Welcome back for the final video in this mural series. Today we're adding the finishing touches. As you continue watching the detail work of the mural, I wanted to share the story behind it and what the mural means. From initiation to completion, it was probably about a year. I am very much an advocate of therapy and getting your mental health in a good space. So I was tuning in to a virtual tour of the new location for a therapy office. Shout out to Harmony Health. While they were taking us through the halls and room to room, all I could see was a plethora of white walls. And in my head, that was a lot of blank canvas. I left a comment on the live, something to the effect of all those white walls would be perfect for a mural. Luckily for me, the owner was receptive to the idea. So maybe a month or two later, I don't remember, but it was after the office had done their grand opening. I went in person to take a tour. After my walkthrough, the owner asked me what I felt, what was coming up for me in terms of what I would paint. Y'all, I rattled off something, but whatever I said in that moment, that was not it, okay? So she reminded me that the office was a space for healing and wellness, and whatever I painted needed to speak to that and not be distracting for clients or just some random image. Needless to say, it Took a couple more visits and I actually stepped away from the project for a few months. Thank goodness there was no time restriction. And in that time that I stepped away, I really had to tap into my creativity and what I was feeling for the space. What I really had to do was let go of what I thought they might want to see and trust in my gift and in myself that I could bring something meaningful to the space on my own accord. Finally, I got it. I sketched it out on canvas and sent a picture to the owner, and she liked it. And that's when I got excited. As far as the meaning of the mural, there's puzzle pieces as the flower pistils, plants, a butterfly, and a bee. The puzzle pieces are twofold. One, the logo of Harmony Health is puzzle pieces, so it was a play on that. Two, as you're going through therapy or whatever your healing journey looks like, you're getting pieces to the puzzle along the way that are going to help you get to the root of how you're showing up in the world. Those pieces are seeds that you're planting, leading to your growth, hence the flowers and the plants. You reap what you sow, and the growth from healing can be challenging, yet also beautiful. And I wanted the flowers to be bright and really pop, again, speaking to the growth of your healing journey. You may have been in a dark place or working through some deep stuff, but when you make some headway in the process, some of the weight is lifted and your future looks bright. The bee represents pollination of the flowers and essentially life, because bees play a significant role in our ecosystem. In relation to the mural, the bee is spreading the seeds from flower to flower, which means you may have to connect a couple of puzzle pieces for something to click in your healing. Hopefully, you continue to spread seeds of growth as you're unlearning, relearning, and figuring out what works for you. The butterfly represents transformation. Who you are at the start of your journey is not who you will remain. The caterpillar wraps itself in a cocoon and spends time doing the internal work. And even when that process is finished, even though our healing journey is never really finished, but when that process is finished, the butterfly is ready to emerge. It still has to fight to break out of that cocoon. And the fight of breaking out is what gives its wings the strength to be able to fly. If it doesn't go through that fight, it's not going to be able to fly and it's just going to fall flat once it emerges. So, transformation. As you can see here, there are sayings on each puzzle piece, which are sayings that are commonly heard around the office. So one is the collective. Harmony Health is the community's home for healing. They use an African-centered, holistic approach to healing, and that is very much as a collective because it takes a village. There is also my peace or my pain. At some point, you'll want to examine your responses to people and situations and figure out if your response or reaction is coming from a place of unhealed hurt or if your reaction is coming from a place of peace and growth. There is I choose, and this is free will. You always have a choice. You may or may not like the choices or the results that come with those choices, but that doesn't negate the fact that you do indeed have a choice. And lastly is I own my shit. Playing the blame game is not going to get you very far. Eventually, you're going to have to take accountability for how you continue to show up in life. And it's finished. Time to take down the tape and roll up the drop cloth. Y'all, I remember while I was painting this, it was probably like the second or third day that I was painting it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm out here coloring on the walls. Definitely not something I could do growing up. And here I am doing it professionally, out here coloring on people's walls. And I definitely enjoyed painting this mural. I hope you enjoyed watching it as well. Here's how we're looking. So let me know in the comments if you have any questions about anything or if there's anything in the meaning of this mural that resonated with you. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.